Welcome to Datatel Video 2.
During the next few minutes, we are going to look at the following screens. Stack, where we can see all of the courses a student's taken or placed out of. T-Sum, the dates that the student has taken placement tests and which ones. IASU, which will indicate any previous schools and or colleges the student has attended. And PSPR, which lets us know what classes a student needs if they're thinking about changing their major. Additionally, we will see SREP, which gives a day and time for advanced registration or early registration, and FAI, which gives us information about financial aid. So we will begin by looking at the Stack screen for our new student. Remember, we are in the test database system here, so unfortunately we cannot type in the name. It has to be the student's ID number. So we see here that Mr. Depp has taken several classes going back as far as 1998. In the grade column on the far right hand side, we see a grade that's somewhat new, RF. And this indicates that the student has repeated this course subsequently to this attempt. They failed it the first time, but then they've repeated it again after that. We actually look all the way down here at row 13, and it turns out that the student has failed it again, but then taken it one more time after that, and they were successful this last time with an A. A grade of RP, the new grade, counts towards the GPA, except for the veterans, and in that case both grades count. We also see something fairly new here, the TC and the TB. This indicates to us that a student has transferred in this particular course with a B, or in this case with a C. We can also see over here in the status column TR, indicating that the student has transferred a course. If we click to the second page, we can see more information about this student. And down here in row 26, the grade of NS indicates no show. So the student never showed up for the class. And going back one screen, let me just point out here, NP in the status screen indicates the student was dropped for non-payment. Let's get out of this stack screen. We need to say finish. Let's see where this student has gone previously to attending GTCC. Remember, we saw some transfer grades. So IASU will indicate what other institutions the student has attended. We see that they went to Carver High School and they've been at A&T. Cancel and finish. Let's see if we can determine this student's if they have an early registration period, and that's SREP, Student Registration Priority. We see nothing listed here, which indicates to us that the student is not currently attending this fall semester. If they were, they would have an early registration date, and we'll see that later in subsequent students. Perhaps the student's thinking of changing their major, and they want to know how many courses they might need. So a proposed student program, PSPR, we'll put in our same student. You do have to know the academic program code, which can be found in the college catalog. Remember, faculty and staff can get a college catalog in the bookstore for free. The students do need to purchase it. We're going to put in the program code of A55240, which is fire protection. And we're asked which catalog year. Give it a second to process. And here we can see the required courses if the student does in fact change their major or program of study to fire protection technology. Notice over here quite a few courses will be needed, but they have met a lot of their electives or prereqs as indicated. So we'll exit this report. We'll cancel. And I think I'm done looking at this student. Remember, when you're finished looking at somebody, to be sure and finish until you see up here on your Datatel screen no active contact. Only one person can be looking at a student at a time, and so if you forget to exit out of a student, that student is blocked from anybody else accessing them.
This concludes video 2.